Hi there Libra, thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 4th of August. On the face of it, a very sociable week is in store for you, and it can be. It's just that it might prove to be rather costly, or at least more expensive than seems to be the case at first. But let's go right to the start of this week, because there is a quarter moon, and the quarter moon occurs in your sector of values. Now, there could be something that happens this week which challenges your basic idealism. You are one of the most idealistic members of the zodiac. Fairness is something that you can live your life by. But of course, life, unfortunately, isn't a particularly fair process at times. And people can be ruthless or very selfish. And sometimes that can turn out to be rather disappointing. Now, we know that, but it's when it happens to people we know that can be where it's much more challenging. And someone that you feel is very worthy of your affection and friendship could be the person, precisely the person, that disappoints you this week. It could be a situation where someone comes round to where you live, they're completely comfortable with you, they go to your fridge, they open up a beer, pour it, kick back, put their feet up, and you're thinking, they haven't even said, hi, how are you? Or is it all right if I have a drink? And if something has got so sort of like over familiar, there may be a sense that you need to put down a few firmer boundaries in order to protect yourself and the friendship itself. On the other hand, this might not be the area where this week's influences come out. It may be more to do with you and some decisions that you need to make about your long-term future. Part of you may be wanting to be very earthy, grounded, sensible, do the very conservative thing. The other part of you may want to be more of a free spirit, and those two things could clash as well. On the other hand, you could have a situation where a job comes up. It's a great job, a job you've always wanted, but it doesn't pay very well. On the other hand, the job could come up that would pay you the money you want, but it's not doing something as fulfilling. So there may be these kind of conflicts that are going to go on all through this week. By the time of the full moon, which occurs towards the end of the week, there can also be a situation where you may find yourself having to juggle your time in order to keep all of the people happy all of the time. And we all know, even diplomatic you, that can actually be very challenging. But your ruler Venus does move on the last day of this week into an awesome part of your situation. So if you do need to use your very skillful diplomatic talents in order to ease your path around doing something different whilst not upsetting someone that you're fond of, if you're wanting a bit more space for yourself or to hang out with a different crowd, then I think you can do it. And romantically, it is possible over the next 28 days from the end of this week that someone you already know, a pre-existing friend or an introduction that's made through a friendship, could lead to quite a passionate encounter. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.